Hi guys, welcome to PG All-in-One. In today's video, we will discuss about reverse charges mechanism on expenses, that is RCM on expenses. Normally, the supplier of good or services pay the tax on supply, but in case of reverse charges, the receiver become liable to pay the tax. Reverse charges is applied only when supplier who is not registered under GST supplies good to a person who is registered under GST. That is, if you purchase from unregistered dealer and you are registered under GST, then reverse charges is applicable to you. So on your screen, you can see the list of reverse charges expenses. Here are your normal expenses where supplier may charge you GST if he is registered, and if he is not registered, whether you have to pay GST on RCM and on which expenses input tax credit is available. Here you can see on screen from serial number 1 to serial number 21 has zero tax rate. So whether supplier is registered or not, no tax shall apply on it, and those expenses are not eligible for input credit. Those expenses include salary, wages, bonus paid to employee, electricity bill, water charges or plain water or water bill, bank interest, professional tax, municipal tax or any other tax, rent deposit or any other deposit, petrol, diesel, CNG or kerosene expenses, liquor expenses, registration fee of RTO or ROC filing or any other registration fee, bad debt, donation, labor welfare contribution to government, fine and penalty, convenience expenses, that is non-AC taxi or auto, bus, train, rent paid for residential use, no, non-AC train travel, then newspaper and magazine, remuneration to partner and director. Those are the list on which rate of tax is zero, so no reverse charges is applicable on those expenses. You can check the list here. The detail is given about expenses, on which expenses you can take input credit. So I will drop the link to this file so you can download it from the description below. So convenience expenses like radio, taxi, that is Ola or Uber or any other AC vehicle, on which tax rate is 5%. So registered supplier under GST will charge tax on service at the rate of rupees at the rate of 5%. And if service is taken from unregistered supplier, then reverse charges is applicable on it, but convenience expenses is not eligible for input credit. So same way, check the list of expenses on which you can take input credit, on which expenses you can put reverse charges. You can download the list from the description, the link is given there. So now the payment to transporter, the most of the transport service are exempted, but if your supplier is not registered under GST, and then you have to put reverse charges on it. Payment to transporter is eligible for input tax credit, but before applying for reverse charges on transport, you need to know the concept of GTA under GST, that is Good Transport Agency under GST. We will try to make a video on it separately. Now move on to next, that is traveling in train, which is come under convenience aid. If you are traveling by AC train or any other luxury service, then reverse charges is apply if supplier is unregistered and input credit is not available on it. Same way for food and beverage. Only thing is tax rate for it is 12%. Same way you can check the other expenses by looking at the list which I have given you. Now we will move on to repair and maintenance, that is building or electrical or plant and machinery or any other equipment. So 18% tax is applicable, and reverse charges is applicable if supplier is unregistered under GST. You can also take input credit, but if repair and maintenance expenses resulted into immovable property, then input credit is not available. If repair and maintenance is immovable property, then you can't take input credit on it. Now move on to telephone, mobile and internet charges. The 18% service tax is applicable from registered service provider. If service provider is not registered, then reverse charges is not applicable. And about input tax credit, if telephone, mobile and internet bill is in the name of company and address and place of business is mentioned, then only you should claim the input credit. Now let's move to plant and machinery, furniture and fixture, office and equipment, including computer software and hardware. The tax rate is applied based on actual rate of product when you purchase it from registered dealer. Reverse charges is also applicable if dealer is unregistered under GST. Input credit is available fully. However, if it is sold or disposed of or scrapped or thrown away within 5 years, then input credit at 5% per quarter is available for the used period, and balance is to be revised for not used fully at the time of date of sale. So these are the things you need to remember. Now the another thing you should remember before taking input credit. Input credit is available only if goods and service are used for business. If goods and service are used for personal purpose, then input credit is not available. If goods and service are partly used for personal and partly used for business purpose, then input credit also available partly in proportion to of business use. The input credit is available if output supply of good or service is exempt from payment of tax. As per notification issued, notification number 8 2017 dated on 28th of June 2017, it provides that if aggregate value of goods or service or both debited to trading account or expenses debited to profit and loss account or purchase any asset obtained from unregistered supplier is less than 5,000 in a day, then tax is not required to be paid from such inward supply by recipient of for that particular day. If the amount is above 5,000, then you need to pay GST on it. Means reverse charges mechanism is applied if the amount is above 5,000. If it is less than 5,000 in a day, then no reverse charges will apply on it. Detail of all purchase of goods and service debited to trading account or purchase of any fixed asset are required to submitted in GST return, whether purchased from registered person or unregistered person, from composition dealer. If any expenses item are purchased from unregistered dealer and escape the payment of tax in view of notification 8 2017 above, which we were discussing, which was issued on 20th of June 2017, then same are not required to submit in GST return. Means if you purchase from unregistered supplier and the amount is less than 5,000 in a day, then those expenses are not required to enter in GST return. So this is the list. I have dropped the link below in description to download it. You can download and you can check on which expenses are included in the reverse charges and on which expenses you can take input credit. So hope guys this will help you in taking your reverse charges mechanism. So thank you guys for watching. Please hit like button and subscribe PG All in One for this kind of video. Thank you guys for watching.